All right. I decided to turn off the video this week, folks. All right.
Here we go.
Hop right in here.
Yes.
The number one seed, which your boy didn't realize that it isn't even really like that anymore.
No, I know, dude. I kind of like the way they do it, but I kind of hate it.
It really made me look stupid when we did the first Barn Trippers earlier this week.
Well, yeah, it's just like fuck, man. I get it from I get it, but it's also like it convolutes shit. Mm-hmm. That's where the NHL tries to reinvent the wheel, but at the same time, it's like you're not giving your playoff games to subscribers on ESPN Plus. I feel like you're putting your thoughts where it shouldn't be.
Yeah, more on that soonish.
Yes.
But yeah, and by the way, if you were watching this and you want more pucks, as soon like around 7 o'clock, 7:15, we'll be live again on this channel.
Yeah.
Barn Trippers Hockey Podcast with Joe.
Yes.
More coming with you. We're going to talk playoff pucks.
With
Very
our
much
GM.
looking forward to that. Now, man, baseball in its ever-present mind,
Dude.
always. How could you not tell us that Atlanta was going to be within the first couple weeks?
Yeah. Basically right
Talking
when
about
the
City
season
Connects,
starts.
by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Which, did you know, people, that the Braves had their City Connects out? Probably not.
Already out.
You know?
I mean, I guess maybe if you're a Braves fan, you knew, because it was the 8th.
Yeah. If you had the game on, and it's like, I feel like that it should have been known beyond that. Where was the announcement? Where was the press release?
For like, especially like people like us who do a pod like this, it's like, man, that would have been nice to know weeks ago.
Right. We could have talked about it.
You know, how do you, again, you know, I don't want to belabor the point, but like, how is that not a preseason release?
Right.
I don't understand baseball's thought process at all. Oh, Binner, I forgot.
That's who it is. Honestly, I don't think Major League Baseball even has one. It's and baseball's doing a lot of good shit right now, as is hockey, but you see them both. It's like, this is the reasons why the NFL is king and why NBA is drastically pulling away at number 2.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, baseball, the pitch clock, there was a game, I don't remember who it was, but there was a fucking under 2-hour game.
That's crazy.
And it's like, okay, I mean, that's what everybody wanted. What everybody complains. Baseball takes forever. It's slow. It's boring. And I don't know, man. I think when you go into baseball, you kind of, part of the allure of baseball is that it is a slower paced game. That when you go to a game, these major league ballparks have a lot of shit. Like, I love the idea of a hockey barn tour and hitting all 32. Mm-hmm. And I think we talked about this last week. If I could pick any sport to hit every stadium in, it would be Major League Baseball, because there's so much different features at each ballpark. I mean, for fuck's sake, they have a goddamn pool at the Diamondbacks, I believe it is, Chase Field, I think. Like, there's a lot of stuff, point being that when you take the kids to a ball game, here we go. When you take the kids to a ball game, you can go around. It's a slower. You can go do that family shit, and it's baseball, so you're figuring you're probably not going to miss a whole lot. You know what I mean? Whereas if you walk away from a football game or a hockey game or a basketball game, it's a quicker pace. So that's part of the allure, I think, of baseball, is that, you know, it's kind of a relaxed atmosphere.
It's a full afternoon. Like,
right.
It's a full, you know.
It's an experience,
It's an
man.
experience, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to, I mean, playoff baseball is different.
Yeah.
You know, you can watch playoff baseball like playoff hockey in any sport and be like, this, you could tell this is fucking different here.
Oh, boy. Even the Canucks are going to computer us in the playoffs, I guess.
Dude, I know, right? I'm like, seriously, is this really what we're doing?
But... So we got two City Connects to talk about real quick before we, you know, jump back into baseball being baseball and whatever else there is to talk about. the actual Atlanta, and we got a whole release schedule, by the way, which is, I mean, again,
3 weeks into the season.
You couldn't have done that, at least a month ago.
Spring training, maybe Cactus Grapefruit League, put that out.
But anyway, so Atlanta Braves are out. First impressions.
I love it. We both. You're a Mets fan. I'm a Phillies fan. We both hate the Braves, right? But I love that classic Braves look. The Hank Aarons, the Dale Murphys. I love that look, man. And to take it and now instead of the Braves, you put the A up there, and it's really cool because not only do you have the what everybody calls the city, what everybody refers to the city of Atlanta as, but it's the goddamn logo. It's cool, man. And I can't stand the Braves, but whenever they wear those unis, I can't help but be like, those are awesome. So
the A, honestly, and again, like we've ad nauseum talked about, how ATL is annoying on, the Hawks and, Falcons gear and such.
Right.
I love that on this, to the same point, like you just said, like the fact that it doubles, it's the logo and it's what the city is called.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
That's very cool. Like as a City Connect thing, that's cool. I love that.
It's perfect.
And I actually also really do like these uniforms, but I hate them as a City Connect because it's basically a throwback.
It is kind of cheap. You're right. It is a cheat.
So, like, is it a good uniform, like, removed from the City Connect concept? Yes. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And, because really the only thing that makes it City Connect is the fact that it says the A.
Right, and that's a great point, because if you put all of the City Connects side by side, that just looks like the Braves are rocking throwback night.
Yeah.
Whereas all the other ones, even if they are kind of cheeks, in our mind, or we don't really understand, until we looked up the Boston Marathon ones or whatever the case may be, there's still a difference to them. It's still something else in the closet that gives you a different option, and it's literally just a script on this one.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But again, maybe I'm thinking too far, and considering the City Connect concept has been a lot of misses, maybe I shouldn't complain because we got a good uniform out of it. So
we did, but you're right. It's like it should be different. And oh,
come on.
Some playoff cobwebs here for the Sharks, folks. It happens though. I mean, look, we've been on a tear lately, so
Just figures. I'm like, oh, maybe we can sweep them because we've got shit to do.
Yeah.
And here we are losing.
Murphy's Law. Absolutely Murphy's Law.
I mean, we lit Benner up last time.
Yeah, we did.
So it is what it is, man.
Right.
Playoff.
Well, we're about midway through the game.
Playoff hockey.
Yep.
And then so we also got the Texas Rangers, which I was kind of excited for, like, because you never know, like the Astros came through, and yes, it's very on brand, with the Space Cities, but like it was cool, like,
yeah, dude.
And then the Rangers had to Ranger.
Yeah, look, I don't get it, man. Looking at it, looks just kind of like a fuck. I missed the guy. It looks kind of like a mess. You look at it and it's one of those, and this happens with the City Connects, where you look at it and you go, wait, what team is this again?
Yeah.
The TX is, if that's what you're going for, make it legible at least.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is, if I have to look for it, if I have to squint to see it, I'm going to miss it. And I feel like they tried to be almost, it's a tale of two City Connects. The Braves, while it looks good aesthetically, were kind of, like you said, to your point, lazy in the sense of it's something they already had. They just modified it. The Rangers went completely the opposite direction. They're like, all right, clean slate here. Let's just get super weird. And they did.
They did. And I'll applaud them for actually taking the chance and actually doing the thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it a good uniform just because you took the chance.
No, it doesn't, dude. And it's you almost hope for a team like that. Because we've talked about, I remember we had this conversation recently, and I believe it was on air, about kind of just the Major League Baseball teams and how the Texas Rangers have always, even when they were good, have always kind of just been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, name for me the Major League Baseball teams that come to mind, and the fucking Texas Rangers are probably like 27 or 28.
Yeah.
It's just they're just kind of there. They're like the Houston Texans of Major League Baseball. And so I don't know, man. You almost hope that, okay, like, do something, give me something here that'll at least be on, it generate some level of excitement, because they don't even have cool uniforms anymore.
No.
Not that they were ever great, but I mean, what's the, they had Nolan Ryan at one point. Other than that, and they went to the World Series in, I think, 2010. Like, okay, what do you, they signed A-Rod.
Yeah, and they fucked up money.
Yeah, how'd that work out for them?
10 years, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's just kind of been what their existence has been, and so you hope to kind of have something, and it's just a complete swing and a miss.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, it's me. They're Cheeks uniforms, and I think they went back to the blue this year, which I like a little bit more than the reds that they've been using since, pretty much just before A-Rod got there, I think.
The blue is a little better.
Slightly, but
right.
like, again,
what are we saying here?
We're splitting hairs.
Yep.
But like, to hammer home the point, the City Connect is a big, big whiff. The only points they're getting is for creativity, for not just making a throwback.
Right, and it's a bad creativity. I mean, you look at Houston in the same state and what they did.
Yeah, and like we've long time made clear, we don't like Texas. Like,
no,
the Texas teams bug us, but like one of the best City Connects is inarguably Houston's.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
So that just says something. But thank goodness for Hagee.
We also have tonight the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah,
I've been on Google all day hoping for a leak, and I saw, I guess, because Arizona West Coast team, they're coming out 7 p.m. Pacific time,
so 10
p.m. our time,
yep.
And it's just like, fuck,
cool.
Dude. I'm probably just going to see those tomorrow, because that's time for Betty Buys for me. And yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. I've seen some really awesome fucking mock-ups, dude, of, concept guy and different ideas. And I saw a point, in one of the mock-ups I saw, and it made me think about, because we've both talked about how much we love the Cardinals helmet and how good it is, and I didn't even think of this. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Eberle with the wraparound there.
Oh, man, we might not need overtime.
You know what?
That would be great.
We're manifesting here.
That would be great.
Yes. Cardinals helmet with a red cage instead of a gray one. And dude, I was like, why did we not think of that? And I think it's just there's no other reason other than we both like
what it is.
And it's like, like what are we saying here by complaining about? And the color of a face mask can make a huge difference, but I think it's gotta be, if you're really nitpicking, it's gotta kind of be a Cheeks helmet. So it's like, when you already have something that good, how much better can you make it?
I mean, it's kind of like the Sharks uniforms that we're looking at right now. Like, we didn't think that it was possible to get better Sharks uniforms.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, I would like to see it at the least to see how it came out. But yeah, I think that would be a nice little pop for it.
Yeah, I think the trend seems to be, and I really hope that the trend seems to be, let's make the classics kind of modern. And I'm hoping here what they do is just a modern take of the state flags and just go back to the basics here. You can get you a good little sleeve stripe in even on the homes, which you didn't have before. You can do that shit. I've heard a lot. Damn, okay, 52.9 seconds left. We're about to get an empty net. I've seen a lot of like thoughts that copper was going to be a prominent color that kind of a sand, like, you know, think the Diamondback City Connects.
That's actually something we brought up.
Right, and their shade of orange, it seems like, not orange, excuse me, yellow, looks like it's become a little more orangey. So I don't know. That leads me to believe maybe they do kind of get back to, you know, the fucking Pat Tillmans a little bit. Maybe they do. Maybe they do it smart. Who knows? I mean, but then again, it's like this could also be an abject fucking train wreck.
Empty netter.
Hell yeah.
From the demon.
Yep, so that puts it away. All but puts it away anyway with 21 and change seconds left, I think.
There we go.
21.2. We're up 3-1 on Vancouver. So
Oh, that would have been icing.
Yeah, I wanted Mystery Man to get one. He scored one for me. I think Saturday night I was playing a little bit of my Preds, and he put one in.
Hey, there we go. Game 1 in the books.
Sharks up 1-0 on Vancouver.
In a come from behind fashion.
Yep.
Because they had us in the first.
Yeah, they were up on us through. Did we tie it up in the?
No,
I was going to say. I thought it was the third. Yeah,
all three came in the third. It's just it evened out in the second. I feel like.
Yeah, we found our footing and realized, okay, it's time to stop fucking around now.
We still didn't put as many in past Binner as the last couple times. Like we really effed them up,
torching him, dude. Yeah, much like real life with him recently. So, yeah, I don't know. The draft is a week away. The Lions are supposed to have new get-ups, and we're still waiting on the Kelly Greens. And it's like, I mean, we're a week away from the draft. There's no law that says they have to be out by then, but why would you have, especially if you're Detroit and you're getting a complete overhaul, why would you do that after the draft and have your team like unless it's next year and they're just making a minor tweak this year? I could have read it wrong, but I could have swore I read 2023. And then the Kelly Greens, of course, which, I mean, look, whoever gets drafted isn't going to hold that up anyway. So, but I would assume, again, it's why would you do that after the draft? It makes no fucking sense, you know. So hopefully we'll get more NHL stuff or NFL stuff too. I'm geeked to see what the Cardinals do, though. I really am, because it has the potential to be elite, or it could also be complete cheeks. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Man, my computer is struggling. I don't know why.
Damn you, technology.
There's like nothing else running but this, so. Cool. No wonder nobody's watching. Our voices are coming through fine. It's just probably on a hella delay, and the video is super choppy.
All right, game 2.
So this probably won't make the episode. This is more for the stream, but MLBs, and again, you know, not to continue repeating ourselves, waits until 3 weeks into the season to announce their lineup of City Connects, and they're only doing 6 this year.
I mean, dude, which takes us to what? I think 19 of the, because we had 13, right?
Well, I think it was 7-7, so it'll be 20.
Okay. Shit. I mean, no rhyme or reason, dude.
No.
So it's like they're not going to go from 6 and 7 to suddenly, let's do all 10.
Yeah.
in 1 year.
Nope.
So we're looking at 5 fucking years of this shit.
Yeah.
What in the fuck,
For
man?
one set.
One concept, exactly.
Wow.
It doesn't make any sense, dude.
And, to our point, like when we started this whole thing, the Dodgers have made 2 changes to their City Connects.
Right. And there's still teams that just don't have one.
Yeah.
Several.
That's unbelievable. So, like, I don't remember, like, everybody. I know the Mariners were one of them. The O's were one of them.
The O's and the Reds.
That's right, yeah.
There is another one, too.
Mariners, O's, Reds. I feel like it was another one that I was like, oh, cool.
There was.
Was it the Pirates?
It might have been.
I think
might have been.
Pirates.
Maybe ours will be next year, friend.
Which is funny because, like, I feel like the O's and the Pirates were 2 we kept, like, saying we're probably going to be the last ones because we'll get them in 2027, essentially was the joke.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm pumped to see what Baltimore does. Cincinnati classically has good shit, too, so, theirs has potential as well. And then Seattle. I think Seattle has the potential to be great.
Seattle has the possibility of sneaking in and being like literally the best that's happened yet.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Who knows? Because I don't know what they end up doing. But like between color schemes available, between the name, the Mariners, between History's Closet, like there's a lot that they can play with. Could make something really great.
Yeah, dude. I mean, a Space Needle, there's a lot of shit there. There's a lot, man. You have options, and they should be good. There's just certain teams you're like, that should be a good one. I think the Mariners will be good. I think the O's will be good. The Reds. I mean, even though it's a weird, the way they do it is so stupid. This should be a good crop.
Yeah, theoretically. But we already know we got complete whiff.
Yeah, we got the Rangers, which are fucking cheeks. So,
and you're also telling me it took the Braves 4 years to do a throwback uniform.
Yeah, good point. Holy shit! Yeah, dude, they should have been year 1. You're gonna wait all this time, and then just go, just take the throwback and remove just make it be the logo. Because that's what our city is. That's what every baseball logo is just a letter of the city or the team. So I'm starting to hate the Braves one as we're talking about it. I actually really liked it. And now I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's fucking lazy.
I just... again, the A is the coolest thing about it. It's like we figured out a way to incorporate what already exists with the concept, but everything else about it is just like throwback. Like, again, say what you want about the Rockies stuff, and I don't love it, but the Rockies one is they took a chance.
Yeah, dude.
They put a license plate on their uniform, man.
If you're going to do the A, and that's a good point, is why not do something different than the throwback? You can, dude, I don't know Atlanta offhand, but there's got to be fucking something that you can pull from and go. Peaches, make it peach.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck it, it's something. DC got hip to the cherry blossoms. Mm-hmm. Fuck, man.
A lot of great hip hop comes out of
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Look, Atlanta, we're helping you already. Make your lazy fucking thing better.
4 years, though. Hey, we got this throwback.
It's such a good point, man. Honestly, what in the fuck?
That's what worries me about the Reds. Is I don't know, man. Like, maybe they do something with Skyline Chili.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, do they go chili? Please put a bowl of chili on the hat. Please put a hot dog. Put a coney on the hat.
What else? What else is? Does Cincinnati have like a?
They have a zoo. They've got a very notorious zoo. So there's that. They had a hippo there a couple years ago that was like famous. So do you throw the fucking hippo up there? there's options. I've been to Cincinnati too, so I feel like I should be more helpful. But I went to the chili too, because that shit is so memorable that, I mean, fuck.
I mean, the Brewers did a grill.
Yes.
So why can't we have a bowl of chili on it?
Yeah, put a chili dog on there, please. Fuck, that's my bad.
I could imagine seeing like Skyline written in cursive.
Dude, it'd be cool.
I'd be into it.
They're a sponsor of the Reds too, so I think they sell it at the Great American Ballpark now. You know, the zoo, there's got to be something else too. I know they do like a big Labor Day is big there. They do a whole fireworks show and shit, which, you know, if you've been a long time listener of us, you know how your boys feel about fireworks, cheeks.
Booms.
You know, yes, let's make sounds. So yeah, those are just a couple of things that come to mind. The O's, I'm very, very, very curious, because I will always sentimentally, of any team that is not like my team, tripping call, god damn it. Of any team that's not mine in any sport, across all four, I think I probably sentimentally like the Orioles the most, just because of the place they had in my childhood. I'm geeked for their shit. I can't imagine it's bad. You have a lot of options. Do you go with the orange and the black? Do you stick with that? I'm willing to bet somewhere in there is going to be the Maryland flag.
Right.
But again, what do you do with it? Do you go seafood there? Do you
go Edgar Allan Poe?
Dude, exactly.
Do you go something nautical?
Yep.
I think the nickname of the city is the Charm City.
Charm City, yep.
You know, do you just do that? Like, is that the thing? And then you build around that. I mean, that sounds very baseball to me. Like, that sounds like something that MLB would do.
Right.
Charm City, like in cursive or, you know, block lettering or something.
And that could be a Cincinnati one too, the Queen City.
That's right.
You know, so if maybe Queen City would a bowl of chili up there. You know what I mean? Oh, really? Another penalty? What the fuck?
Computer got a computer, man.
Yeah, they're mad we came back last game, so they're going to fucking stick it to us now. Okay.
Woof. 5-3.
You know we're good on the PK, though.
Yeah.
So this is probably where we light them up for fucking 3 goals.
We can just create some space.
I want more than anything, though, and this is totally selfish on our part, I can't wait for the Phils and the Mets.
I know, man. Like,
because I know you're the same way. It's like, unless take this statement and erase the Phils and replace Mets for you, I'm sure, unless the gear is a complete abject disaster and a whiff, you're at least going to get $40 out of me for a hat.
Yep. 1,000. Yep.
So, and if the jerseys are fire, give me one of them too while we're at it.
Yeah, for sure, because I've been needing a new Mets cap anyway. I mean, my Mets cap is still in very good condition, but I need a new cap, man.
Well, you like to have, I've been thinking the same thing about my Phillies hat. It's like I used to have the blue. You kind of like to have a backup baseball one, because baseball hats are kind of like the go-to, I feel like.
Yeah.
My Flyers hat, I love the fit. I love it, but there's just something about wearing a baseball hat, dude. And you like to have one for, game day, maybe playoffs. You have some buddies over for a game or whatever, and or fantasy draft night or whatever the case may be, where it doesn't smell like summertime in it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Then you can also have kind of like the CM Punk Chicago Cubs hat, where you can have the one that's got a little experience in it, So, the work hats, if you will. So it's good to have. I just hit a dude from behind, and that's not a penalty? I'm confused.
Ooh.
Okay, defenseman with a breakaway. We get that a lot.
Yeah,
Holy
right.
shit, okay.
Makes me wish that the stream wasn't lagging. I hope the audio isn't lagging, because that would suck.
Yeah.
Because there's an episode at Gear Freaks that I'm supposed to pull from this. I don't know how the hell I'm going to do it. I also assume that Pittsburgh does Steel City, right?
Yeah.
Which could be good. I mean, it could, because it'd be neat to see them in something other than
they could do
black
that,
and gold or the black and yellow.
They could do that bridge too. I can't remember the name of the bridge right there by PNC Park, by the ballpark, which from everyone I've heard that's been there, not that I know a shit ton, but I know a couple people that have been there, and every person I've heard that has been to PNC Park in Pittsburgh has been like, if you can visit one ballpark, that's the one.
I really want to go.
I do too.
I really do.
And I fuck Pittsburgh, but I would bet I would say this is all but a lock for and I just thought of this. I don't remember what the little spurts of color are. It's in the Steelers logo because it's part of the Steel logo. The little poofs that are red, gold, and blue. I bet those are the colors that the Pirates use.
Yeah, probably.
If you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, I don't know. What do you do? A Permani Brothers sandwich where you fucking you show somebody eating standing up a sandwich? I don't know. I mean, the fucking Yinzers. I have no idea what you do there if you're Pittsburgh. I mean but that's a place again where you've got options. I mean, you know, most of these places you do, which is why it's so weird when you get these teams where it's like such a whiff. You're a city that is big enough to have a professional sports team, and this is what you put out? You know, like Norfolk is our biggest market around here, or Richmond, if you go that far away. Just from our area, I could think of several things you could do for a City Connect or a City Edition if it were basketball, you know, and that's just for here.
Yeah.
And the 757, which would be an incredibly small market team.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me Texas can't do better than they did?
Nope.
Or, you know, I still love the idea, like we talked about with the Giants. The Golden Gate Bridge idea is incredible. But to just make it be a sleeve thing just feels like a giant whiff, and you just make the letter more fancy. That feels like possibly one of the biggest whiffs of the entire operation. You know, we're biased because we love the color scheme, but that had so much potential because the San Francisco Giants in general, they've always had great shit on their own.
Well, and considering how close they were with the bridge stuff, and again, honestly, if the Dodgers didn't exist, like their original, like the all blue horrifying thing, then I think the Giants would be probably the worst. We're still on the fucking penalty kill.
Yep, 12 more seconds. Run. But yeah, the Boston one makes a little more sense when you realize it's about the marathon. It's still, I saw they wore those again the other day, and it's still like, the Red Sox City Connects remind me of that one game, and I think it was 2007, where the Eagles wore the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets, and it's like you had to go up and adjust your fucking TV because it was like yellow and a baby blue, and you're like, what the fuck is this? That's what they remind me of, is it's like, this is not, no, what the hell's going on here? Oh, yeah, it's the Red Sox. Yeah. I'd love to see baseball do more of this. There's got to be something else you can do other than a City Connect. They do.
Jesus.
They've still got to do it. Players Weekend. You know, where you can put your little nickname and shit on the back of the jersey, which usually ends up being a horrible nickname in baseball. Just absolutely bad.
Man, computers really trying to computer.
Dude, for real. But the Players Weekend concept sometimes. I bought a Kansas City Royals Players Weekend hat, and I think it was 2019. Like, some of the hats were fucking cool, dude. So you have that every year, but I mean, other than that, what are you doing? And not even every year, because I mean, again, like we kind of said about the NBA City Editions, it's like you do it every year, and you can kind of tell this year's batch was like,
right.
Okay, we're running out of ideas, bottom of the barrel. Like, I think the reverse retros have it right. You do it every other at the most. So, look, baseball, we're not saying give us new gimmicks every year.
I
Just
think
every couple,
is
man.
that what they were thinking? Let's slow roll them out so we're getting something every year? Because it's backfiring.
Yes, it could be. I just don't understand. Oh, there it
knew it.
is. Fucking Mika Zibanejad. What a name, though.
Ugh.
Fuck that guy.
For many, many reasons.
Yes. I remember when he was just like a random fucking dude playing for Ottawa. And now he's like fucking elite. It's very weird. But, yeah. So we're going to be among the 10 teams left, of course, because that's the way this shit would work out. And we'll probably be like the last year. They'll probably roll out. They'll probably split out the last 10 and make it 5 and 5, and we'll probably be part of the last 5.
Yeah.
We'll probably be 29 and 30.
Because baseball loves misery, I guess.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, and it's again the logic, and I know we've said it countless times, but it deserves to be said countless times because it's that egregious and offensive.
You have a cool idea. And I mean, like, I don't know, man. If all this happens in that first year, like, I am so much more forgiving of, Atlanta basically just doing what they did.
Yeah.
And I think Colorado ends up being something like that I like a whole lot more, and I'm very much more forgiving of Milwaukee and a lot of these other ones.
The other thing is why not, if you need to split it up somehow and you don't roll them out everybody at once like the NHL with the reverse retros or the NBA with city editions, why not do American League one year and National League the next?
Or, if for whatever reason you need 3, East, Central, West. Like,
exactly.
Something.
There's plenty of ways to do it, dude. Hey, MLB, hire your boys.
I know, right?
We don't require a shit ton of money. So yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, man. It doesn't. And if you're MLB, again, baseball's always going to be there. Baseball's always going to be present. It's always going to be a viable sport. It's always going to be big money because, again, it's one of those things where, not to sound fucked up, but this is why a lot of players come from, what the fuck happened there?
Huh.
And why did it get waved off?
I'd like to see that replay, please.
That didn't look like Buchnevich hit him before the puck went in. Simultaneous, maybe? Okay.
And it looked like an own goal anyway?
Right.
So,
right. Because I definitely intended that to be a pass across the crease, not a goal. So, but yeah.
Computer got a computer, man.
You know it, dude. You know it.
You know what we're not allowed? Insurance goals.
Yeah. Fuck that. It's playoff hockey. Keep it tight. Oh, damn it.
Yes.
Okay.
There it is. Claude said,
Captain Claude.
Well, that's what you have to do when the computer tries the computer.
Yes.
Is be like, yeah, well.
Suck it. Be fucking persistent as hell.
Way to go, Claude. Couldn't happen to a better computer guy.
Right? Exactly, man. I wish they were in the playoffs so bad, the Sens.
Man. I mean, considering how slow they started, I feel like, because they came on, ooh.
Okay. Adam Lowry is Peter Griffin status right now.
Ugh.
That looked kind of gross. What happened to him?
Yeah, I know. Like, we didn't exactly hit him there.
No, he just kind of flailed. T's and P's. No idea what that was.
My legs gave out from under me.
Yeah, dude. Like, what is this? Shit.
Oh.
I'm figuring out every time I'm the reason our passing percentage is ass. Because every time I go to pass it, there's a human for the other team in the way. And I realize that right as I pass, and I'm just like, shit. Fucking Dante Fabro. Get out of here, Tarasenko.
Ugh, that's another super yuck.
Yeah, I know.
I hate him. Officially. More on that on Barn Chirpers.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Benner.
Yeah. Go to hell, Bennington.
We needed to play at least 4, and we can barely get through this second one. This one's taking forever.
It is, dude.
We might get a third in before Joe's done.
I think we could definitely get a third. He said, what, 7:15?
He said 7:15 latest.
Okay. So I was going to say, if he's good at 7, one more will be pushing it. But if he goes 7:15, we'll be good, provided this lead holds.
I mean, at least there is a noticeable difference in playoff hockey and regular season hockey.
Absolutely.
I'll say that much. You know, I'm not a fan of trying to computer, but
Right.
at least they're consistent.
Yeah, exactly. You know what you're going to get from regular season to the playoffs. You know they're still going to try to fuck you.
Ugh.
Oh,
That would have been
shit.
cool.
Fuck yeah. Damn it.
Last gear thing, you know, because we're getting to it. My son, first of all, he wore his Charlotte shirt that we got.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good on him. Mine's a little small. I think that might be my biggest gripe is that it seems I ordered an XL, but it seems to fit like a large.
Right.
I mean, I am definitely not a small person, but
Yeah. No, same.
I shouldn't need the double XL, I wouldn't think, but
Right.
so that's
So order a size up.
I would think. I mean, the medium. My son got a medium, adult medium, and it fits him just about perfect. Like he's got a little bit of he's got a little bit of room to grow in it.
Right, which is what you want.
Right.
Especially when you're their age, because you don't want to they're growing. You don't want to be able to, hey, I've got this for 6 months.
But the reason I bring it up is because the only reason I got the one I got, the regular home blue, was because the new away, the Crown City, not available. Friend, wow.
Hell yeah. How about
From
that?
our own blue line.
Half court.
I'm with it.
Go ahead, Booch.
That ought to put it away, though.
Oh, yeah. 4-1, 23 seconds left. This should be a 2-0 series lead.
The crowns are available now.
Yes, dude.
And it seems like, unlike the hockey site that we found, it seems like they actually update pretty regularly.
Shipping was quick, too.
3 weeks ish, something like that.
That's not bad,
Not
dude.
ridiculous. You know, I think my biggest gripe with them,
I'm going to pull up that site right now, actually, while we're speaking about it.
there was no update. Like I initially got, like 2 days later, hey, you know, it's wherever. I was like, oh, cool, word.
Yeah.
And then there was literally no change. And then one day it just showed up at my door. Like 3 weeks later, I was like, oh, okay,
Cool. Yeah. I guess I'm excited.
yeah.
I wish I would have known to keep a look. There's something about tracking when you see those 3 magical words, out for delivery, and you're like, it's coming. It doesn't even matter if it's a fucking, you know, like a jersey. It could be it could be a book off Amazon, and you're like, oh my God, I get to open something.
I thought they said AHL season was over.
That's what I thought.
Oh, the cord, eh?
Those are the thrills you get as an adult. That's the whole reason why I fucking, for years, have subscribed to the hockey news.
Right.
It's, to be honest with you, I haven't read one of those probably in 2 years. But I mean, I'll skim through them. But I don't know, man. There's something cool about 18 times a year getting some hockey shit in the mail. I open it and I'm like, to the table you go, to the bookshelf with the rest of them. You know, but yeah, grown people can be kids too.
I saw, like, initially, like, the Timbers new one was already up there. Like, I almost got that one because the plaid, that one's nice.
Dude, yes.
They've got Vancouver's This City from last year, so I almost got that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The next go around, though, which might be next week, depends. My son's getting a Sporting KC. He likes that blue. And then I'm getting the purple Charlotte.
After shipping, what were you looking at?
For the first one, I think it was like $75 for 2 jerseys.
That's not bad.
Nah, man. This go around, I'm not putting his name on his jersey. He's just getting just the jersey.
Okay, what are they, blank?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it cost, I think it was $7 to put the name and stuff on it.
That is not fucking bad, dude. I wonder, I'm like, Charlotte, I'm going to go with my own name and number because I don't know anybody. Mm-hmm. The Timbers, I'm going to have to, I've already got a Roma or a Mora, Felipe Mora, so I don't know who I'm going to go with for the Timbers for this one. But if it's your team, I'm like, I got to pick a player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Felipe Mora became my favorite Timber because after I chose him as my team, he scored the first goal I saw watching my first Timbers game as a fan. So I was like, he's my guy. And come to find out, he's actually pretty fucking good. He's a striker. So I guess that means it's kind of like
forward.
a winger in hockey.
Yeah, he's a forward. Hey,
Fuck yeah, Nick Paul.
This is why we picked him up, man. Like, he was quiet most of the year.
Yeah, dude.
And he came on hot last week.
Right. And here he is again, 2 goals already tonight, him and his eyebrows, in this Vancouver series. I hate that I didn't give the Johnny Canucks more love when we did our reverse retro 2.0 rankings, because had I done them now, I don't know that they'd be top 10, but if they weren't, they'd be damn close, dude. These have grown on me possibly more than any other like gimmick has, because when I first saw these, I was like, what in the fuck is this? Like, I got it, but it was just like, that's so jammed up, man. There's two, which is, mind you, I understand I'm a hypocrite because I also love the Kachinas, which is just, you would talk about a lot going on. What the fuck? But the more and more I saw these, I was like, these are fucking good, man.
And I think part of what held them back for me was I was secretly hoping for the Flying Skate.
Yes.
But, as the season wore on, I realized that the Flying Skate is an alternate.
Yep.
So they're
and they do wear it.
Yeah, it's not out there. So
yeah, it's not every game, which I'd like it to be, but I mean, it's okay.
Shoot, the Jets have rocked out their throwbacks a bunch too. Not just the 6-1 thwomping they put on my devs.
Yeah,
it's like, oh man. I mean, at least if we're getting destroyed, at least they're wearing those.
Exactly. At least they're wearing cool shit. Damn it. I hate that when you're in like a pile of people and you're like, I can't tell if I have the puck or not.
Yes.
Well, that worked out.
For Hagee.
2 for him, too.
Imagine this, going on the road.
Right? And starting fucking hot.
Yeah. Just got to somehow keep the pedal to the metal here.
Yep.
Either way, this is probably the last one for tonight.
Yeah.
Unless it like just breezes by.
Yeah, exactly. No penalties, no nothing. Binnington definitely true to form.
Yeah, man. That's the Binnington we knew.
Yes.
Earlier in the season. And I feel like it wasn't even that long ago.
No, I mean, fucking guy won a Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm. Bitter. We were talking about with Christina, because they were on Deprogrammed on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So the after the fact was nothing but pucks talk.
Hell yeah, dude.
And by the way, they did follow Flower to Minnesota.
They're Wild fans now.
Yep.
Good. I'm all for Penguins. The Pens losing fans. Good.
I think they said technically they're still a Pens fan, but they followed
gross.
Flower to Mini. So, but I mean, the Wild for North Dakota is basically the home squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a hop, skip, and a jump for them.
Yeah, they're right next door. That's why I was like, well, shit, Penguins, but I don't know. I mean, I get it, I guess. I don't actually. Fuck them, but I like Christina, so.
They also brought up, I hate a Mount Rushmore conversation, but it's a Mount Rushmore that I'd never actually thought about, and we had a really good discussion on it.
I love a good Rushmore or a top 10.
Goalies. It's so simple, yet I had never actually thought about it.
Marty.
Of course. Everybody universally. And that's the one you begrudgingly give.
Yeah, it's Hasek's the one where I'm like, I don't know that he's a Rushmore.
Interesting.
I don't know, dude. Marty's a lock. I think Wa's there. The trick is, how far back do you want to go? Do you want to include fucking George Vezina because the trophy was named after him and shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Terry Sawchuk. Do you want to put... I mean, I think guys even though he didn't play very long, Ken Dryden, I'll be a douchebag homer, Bernie Parent. Man, that's fucking tough. And these are great barn chirpers convos too. Rushmores and top 10s make my man parts happy. Fuck, man. I think Marty and Wah are. I think they're definitely there. Let me pull up really quick. Let me do it because it's entirely possible I'm forgetting somebody too. So while we're at a face-off. Best NHL goalies of all time. And I will leave that.
So Christina put Flower in theirs.
Absolutely not. No. Fuck no.
But I think that's... I think the way they explained it was mostly just a personal... And I mean, look, he's gone... if you discount the half year in Chicago... gone to 3 different places, took them to playoffs, and played really well in all of them.
He's great, man. I love Flower. But if Rushmore is the top 4 of all time, I can't co-sign that shit. I think he's probably in the conversation for, top 20 or somewhere around there, top 15. Maybe even top 10. I would be more inclined to look at a Luongo than Flower, honestly, just for longevity purposes. I mean, Luongo doesn't have the hardware, which is what you want. He doesn't have that resume, the championship resume, but
I mean, Jean-Sebastien Giguère does. So
exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying. Fucking Michael Layton backstopped us to a cup. So, fight.
Haven't had a lot of those tonight.
We haven't.
Which is actually kind of a good thing.
It is, since we're trying to get through it, although we've had 2 in this game, I believe. So that's going to... Quentin Byfield just got laid out by Esa Lindell. While that's pulling up... Okay, see, yeah... Marty, Patrick Waugh, Hasek, Terry Sawchuk, Jock Plant, Glenn Hall, Ken Dryden, Eddie Belfour, the Espositos, Lundqvist, Bernie Parent, Carey Price, Grant Fior, Fleury, Cujo, Chris Osgood, Luongo, Turk Broda, Tom Barrasso, really? Billy Smith, Rogie Vachon, Jonathan Quick, the Beezer, Pecorine. I mean, there's a lot to choose from, obviously. Where'd everybody go? So they put Flower in. Who were their other three?
Marty, Hasek, and Waugh.
I think those are the three. It's just like it. Hasek finally got a cup at the end with Detroit, yeah?
I don't know. Did he?
I want to say he was that.
There was a reason I hated Detroit so much, and then he went there. I don't know if that was just I just still hated them, because the Buffalo Dallas is what, 2000?
Yeah, I think it was
2002.
I think it was 99. It was 99 or 2000. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so he was with Ottawa too for a brief stretch. I want to say, but see, I don't know if he. Hold that thought. Actually, I'm going to run to the little boys' room real quick because I'm starting the embryonic phases of the PP dance.
Mm-hmm. I apologize, folks, for the jumpy video, but yeah, the audio seems to be fine. It's just the video, for whatever reason, is really, really jumpy. So I apologize for that. If you are in here watching, or you're watching this at a later point, you may not get to, because I may end up just taking it down. Who knows? But the goalie conversation is always an interesting one, because what do you use as criteria? And I think that's why, for Joe, for Christina, for myself, Hasek, just watching Hasek, you know, he at least belongs in the conversation. You know, do you leave him out for, you know, whatever reasons you have, not having hardware, not, you know, but just watch him, and he belongs in it. And it's funny because Corey just brought up Ed Belfour, and I brought Belfour up as that, like, next tier, and clearly that must be like people must think that, because to be one of the 20 that it came up in the list Corey was just looking at, I don't know that Belfour is like a Rushmore, but Belfour's what, Chicago? I think Belfour actually played like a year or two or in Anaheim, which is crazy. Definitely played in San Jose for sure. Detroit, like, everybody rolled through Detroit at one point. Hasek, Osgood. I think Osgood won the cup for the Wings in the 90s, whichever one that was. But I don't recall.
I do.
Because
it was against the Flyers. It was Mike Vernon.
Oh yeah, Mike Vernon.
Yeah.
But that's another guy that came up in the second tier conversation. Like,
he was predominantly Calgary, obviously, but I mean, yeah, he got the 97 cup. Prick.
I was just thinking, like, how, like, so many goalies, like, rolled through Detroit on the way out.
A lot.
Like Hasek, Vernon, you know, like all those guys that we were just talking about. Belfour at one point.
Eddie Belfour was, you're right. Eddie Belfour.
He ended up being a journeyman.
He was a whore, dude. He was everywhere. He was like the Vinny Testaverde of the NHL.
There we go. Because he was in Chicago forever. And then, what, Dallas
for a good amount.
San Jose. I think he had a spell in Anaheim.
Jesus
like
Christ,
a season,
you're right.
Maybe. And then I know he landed up in Detroit at some point.
He did, yeah. It's just like, remember fucking Nikolai Hobby-Bulin?
Yes.
The Bulin Wall. That was another one. He, remember Arturs Urbe?
Yep.
Felix Potvin.
Oh, Jesus.
90s goalies.
He was with Toronto, like, forever, I feel.
Uh-huh.
You already brought up Cujo, but, like, that's another guy that... It's funny how as time moves away, like, Cujo's... Like, he was a big deal at one point.
Yeah, dude.
Grant Fuhr, like...
Grant Fuhr was definitely a big deal. There was a couple years Van Beesbrook with Florida where he won a Vezina with the Rangers in the 80s, and he kind of got rejuvenated in Florida, and then he ended up as a Flyer. And he was the one I found recently, his starting lineup action figure as a Flyer, and realized, oh, shit.
Passing that fight. Well,
yeah, my bad. I'll beat the shit out of Sergachev. I didn't know it was going to be Buchnevich dropping the gloves. I thought it was going to be Landy, but I was going to say, we can't lose fights.
They're mad.
They are big mad.
I noticed that they're not really trying to computer. Other than that fight, I think.
Exactly. I think this is one where it's kind of like, we'll just let them have this one. Which probably means game 4, they're going to come out balls to the fucking wall on us.
We can afford a loss next week. Like,
right.
We're not hopefully going to be on a time crunch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, we really can't afford one this week. We need dubs. I was really hoping we'd be able to sweep them and just get it done. But,
shit.
Richter? Was that New York goalie?
I hated that fucking guy. Yes.
Well, you know, who on the Rangers did I not?
Dude, I know. Fucking Adam Graves. Brian Leach. I fucking hated Brian Leach. Messier.
Yeah, I hated
what a dick.
Messier. I brought him up last night because he was on ESPN's analyst desk before the game. By the way, like, I love me some PK Subban. You know, maybe that's the conversation for barn chirpers, but like, fuck a Messier.
Oh, dude, I agree. I agree completely.
They almost made me hate the Rangers. Made me hate the great one.
Dude, I know. And Lady Liberty out there, and you're just like, oh man,
what are you doing?
Yeah, just cheeks. Yeah. Fuck the Rangers, man.
I know,
Good
man.
God, dude.
Couldn't have had a worse fucking first round draw. Like,
it's just like, and because New York, like a couple years ago, I remember when they were in the playoffs, and it was like, oh, New York, poor New York, they haven't won a cup since '94, and I'm thinking, oh, really?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, there's a Flyers fan listening. 75, maybe. Try that. Try teams that have never won a fucking cup. You know what I mean? Like, 94 is, I mean, it's a while, yes, but it's not that bad.
No. I was going to say, like, try being a team who hasn't been there, but, like, I don't know that there's many left anymore other than, like, expansion teams.
Right, and fuck, even goddamn Vegas has been.
Yeah, Seattle, obviously not.
Shit.
But the Preds have, the Panthers obviously have, the Bolts have, the Avs have.
That's a good question. Who hasn't been to one other than Seattle?
Columbus.
Yeah. Minnesota, the Wild.
The Wild, yeah.
All those weird era expansion teams. Although, like you said, Nashville has. So that's when they became Smashville.
I hated that nickname before we went.
I did too.
Of course.
Yes. Give them a power play for 42 seconds before.
Because we have to play all 42 seconds.
Absolutely, dude.
Instead of having it be done.
Let's make it, let's make them work for these 42 seconds.
Unreal. I hate it here.
Right? Shit.
No, nope.
Oh! Appleton.
Good for him.
Playoff goal.
Shorty.
Shouty.
Good for us.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's what you get. Try to computer us again.
Right. Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I hate that I'm not going to be able to clip any shorts out of this. Especially this game.
Yeah, we put the screws to them in this one.
They deserve it.
Yes,
Dicks.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. How cool would that have been? Appleton with 2, like in the last
dude.
minute. Oh man.
Let's just rub their fucking noses in it. Oh, he almost had it.
Yeah.
There it is.
You can try to penalize us all you want.
They're on the
Dicks.
brink. They're on the brink.
All right. Well, wrap this puppy up. And then next week we'll finish that one and we'll start on our round 2. One way or the other, unless the unthinkable happens. In which case we will just simulate the rest of the playoffs and cry in our cereal. I don't know why the computer was... Yeah, either way, I don't think we... I don't think we can squeeze one more in.
Yeah, Joe said he was on the way home.
5. All right. Bye, guys. And by the way, like if you're still here, Barn Chirpers podcast, you can subscribe, rate, and comment. It'll also be, video will be live here. It might end up, if it's doing the same thing, it might end up as just an audio